Welcome back to Talking Fitchburg. Preston, guess what time it is?
Yo, what time is it?
It's time to cook.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Today we are going to bring you the second edition of the Fitchburg Fire Department's cooking segment. That's right. Julie Andrews from the UW Health, along with Julie.
The Julies.
The Julies are here to show you a awesome and healthy bean recipe.
Hey everybody, I'm Julie Andrews, chef and dietitian with UW Health, and I'm here with Julie from Fitchburg Fire Department. Today we are doing some healthy recipes. So we are gonna do an apple bean bake. So it's kind of like a baked bean recipe, but we're making it healthier, right?
Yes, this is something the firefighters really like to eat. We're trying to get everyone to eat a little healthier since cardiac issues are the #1 reason for line of duty deaths in the fire service.
So it's very important that we eat healthy, right?
Yes.
But we still want it to taste good. So we are gonna do some apples. Oh yeah, look at that sizzle. So so normally you wouldn't put apples in a baked bean recipe, but this one's kind of fun, I think. We just had a little bit of fat in there because we want to get them nice and sauteed. And you know, the nice thing about starting with a little bit of fat is that it actually helps absorb the good nutrients, some different vitamins and things like that. So we need a little bit of fat in our diet. We don't want to go without it. And so these we're letting kind of saute in that little bit of fat. And then we can start adding in the sauce ingredients. All right, so why don't you add the brown sugar in there? We want that to get nice and caramelized. And I'll stir while you toss those in here. So that's just a ½ cup of brown sugar. And then we have a cup of ketchup. So yeah, if you want to scrape all that in there. So the typical recipe calls for almost 2 times or 3 times the amount of sugar. So we're using a little bit less today, but you know what? It's plenty sweet because we do have molasses. So if you want to, I know that always takes a bit of effort to get that in there. It's pretty sticky, but you know what? That's my favorite flavor about baked beans is having molasses. Perfect. And we're really looking for all this to just kind of melt together. And then the last thing is some cinnamon.
And that's my favorite part.
Yes, and cinnamon's really good for you too, so it's awesome to add into recipes like this. And then we do need a pinch of salt because salt really brings out the flavor. It's not really meant to make the dish salty, it's meant to make it bring out all those awesome flavors like the apples. And so these are pretty soft. I cut them pretty small, so we can actually mix them with our beans. So the beans can go right into our baking dish here. And then all of this yumminess just gets poured over top here. So this is super easy too. I think anyone at the firehouse could make this, right? Even the ones who don't cook.
You might think.
You don't have to be a chef to make this one, I promise. So then we just mix all this together and it's gonna go in the oven. So do you wanna do the honor?
Sure.
So then that just cooks for about 30 minutes. You can cook it a little longer if you need to, but really it's just baking because we want to get all the flavors mixed together. And then we have one in the oven ready to go so that we can take a look at it. Ooh, that looks so good. It smells delicious. So really you're just looking for it to get nice and baked together. And the apples smell awesome. I can smell cinnamon and a little bit of butter. Those are the perfect smells, right?
Oh yeah.
Thanks for letting me join you today at the firehouse. And if you want this recipe, you can go to uwhealth.org or the Fitchburg Fire Rescue Facebook page or on FACTv.
There you go. Apple bean recipe. Again, uwhealth.org. You can find out more info from Julie Andrews on any fun recipes and whatnot.
Indeed. We'll have more of these.
We will have more of these, including with the fire chief coming up soon. I haven't heard what the recipes are yet, but pretty stoked either way. All right, we need to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Let's talk Fitchburg.